Hello guys, welcome back. Please excuse the post-bath here. At least I got my conditioner. And I made you a video and tried to upload it and it froze in the uploading. I'm like, okay. So I tried again and I went in there and I will listen to my videos a couple times before I publish them just to make sure, it's okay. Um and I'm like, that is not what I wanted to say. This whole experience, this, synchronicity with the book. And all these wolves keep falling out of everywhere, and everything else is the gods reminding me. And I had even seen a movie with the line about having faith. And I know it raises a lot of hackles because we think that's a Christian thing. Only Christians have faith. We're pagans. We have anxiety and therapists. Giggles back here. And, the whole point of this was that, manifesting doesn't work for me. If it's working for me, it's because, quite honestly, I'm sitting down and I'm talking to the gods and I'm discussing stuff. That's actually what works for me. So actually what works for me is prayer, not manifesting. And my body had started to rebel like it always does. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know what happens. I get really, really sick and I don't know why. And suffice it to say, all the coincidences, the synchronicity with the book had, led up to a point and then there was nothing. And I made the video for you guys, and then I went in, I finished the novel, and I just burst into tears. I'm like, what's the matter with me? Because the ending wasn't all that dramatic, but it was about, like kind of going on and living your life, go on and let go of stuff. And at first I couldn't figure out why I was crying, and the gods were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then I figured out what it was. Because this terrible Hallmark movie came up too. And the gods are like, you have to let go of this manifesting stuff. Come home to your family that loves you. Because every Hallmark Christmas movie is the same, right? A woman loses everything. She luckily can move back home, usually in most of these films. She always has a mini mansion that her parents left her and a family member who owns some kind of successful business. She meets the love of her life and everything ends well, and Santa Claus is in there somewhere because they need to sell you Santa ornaments. And I was complaining to the gods. I'm like, I hate these stupid films. These women lose everything and then they go home to the family that, oh. And Odin's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And the gods were like, please give up manifesting. It's not working for you. It's making you sick. You just about had a nervous breakdown because you had to go to the basement to get conditioner. Because I knew damn well where there was a tiny bit of conditioner. And I mean, like, sample size, literally this big, a conditioner. It was down in my basement. Well, I'm trying to manifest it and I'm trying to picture beautiful, pretty things. And I have to go down in this basement that's not so beautiful. And I just about had a nervous breakdown, right? And Odin's like, please, just, give it to us. Let us handle it. Baby, you're not meant to manifest. You're meant to have faith. And I think it's a dirty word for pagans. I really do. I think we think only Christians have faith because we think, oh, we can't have faith. It's terrible. But we should. And I think I've talked about, too, about having faith in our gods. Even though it can take years, those little miracle tidbit videos I've been watching. Some of the conditions those people have, whether it was their god you think that answered them, or an angel, or a saint, or, one of ours, sometimes it took years to get a healing, or it took years, or most of their life for something to happen, It doesn't always happen right away. And the gods are like, you don't have to do all this manifesting. You certainly don't have to go to this personage who does these videos that we've discussed this before. They have a consultation business. And if you have several $100s in about half an hour, they can tell you everything you need to know. And of course, if this doesn't work, you can come back for another session, give them several hundred more dollars, and you see how this sets up. And they were like, come home, let the gods take care of you. It doesn't mean that I give up hope, because you should have hope, faith, and love. We've discussed it before. It's not just for the Christians. You should have hope that things are going to get better, and you should have faith in the gods, and you should have love for the gods. Hermes really let me have it last night, and that's one reason we don't always get along is because he does have a hot temper with me. He goes, "You humans and your idea of what can this god give me, and you ever think maybe we want some love and affection before you, and maybe we want a relationship, and what have you taught people for years about building a relationship before you ask for something?" And I'm thinking, I've known you for years, but I'm smart enough to keep my mouth shut at this point. And he was really laying into me, and he had a point. He had a point, and Loki and Odin had a point too. I was like giving myself practically panic attacks today, and I'm like, why? My anxiety was doing great, my depression was doing great. Why are they back in full force? Because I took everything out of the hands of the gods and I tried to do it myself. We have to have faith. I'm not saying don't manifest. If you're doing it and you're calm and you're not getting like anxiety or panic attacks or depression, great, keep going. But if you're doing it and it's working wrong for you, it's just not meant for you. Wicca 101, not everybody's good at every type of magic. There are people that can heal really well, but they could not grow a garden if their life depended on it. There are people that can do kitchen witchery, which is usually what I do, really well, and if you ask them to do high magic, they would just sit there and have a good cry. We all have, different talents and gifts, and there's nothing wrong with doing absolutely no magic at all and just talking to the gods and working with them and trusting them. Now, it doesn't mean I just sit here and do nothing, you know. I still can try what, I can try and, try diet and exercise, stuff like that, but when the gods give us advice or the gods ask us to have faith, we should. I've been getting stuff on Pinterest that I didn't want to look at, like, what if I asked you to wait? It was Odin's answer. He's like, you have to wait, you have to have faith, you have to do this according to our will, not yours. They are the gods. Sorry about that. They are the gods, and we sometimes forget that. We sometimes think, no, you have to do what I want. And they're like, no, we're the gods. You're going to do this our way, and you're going to see it's going to work out better for you. But I don't know if I said it this recording, I'm sorry. But I'm really glad I hadn't looked at the back of that book, because if I'd seen what the person looked like, well, it wasn't on there what they look like, but had I seen they were kind of like snooty stuff at the end, which he really didn't need to add. If I'd seen that and then seen their Amazon photo and seen their self-glorifying stuff on there, I would have never got that book. And it was like the second book I picked up, so I would have never got that bag of books. And I would have never went back and got that second bag of books, and I would have never had all these experiences. So I'm really, really glad. I know the gods were like, no, don't look in the back, because I very strongly felt that, because I wanted to do that. I always do that. I turn to the back and look at the about the author thing, and they were like, no, don't do that. That's interesting to you, get it. So just some food for thought. It's not always easy to have faith, guys. This is why I keep falling back into manifesting, because I start to freak out and have a panic attack, and I think, well, I'll take it all in my hands. And Odin's always asking common sense questions like, well, if you can do this all yourself, what do you need me for? We're still friends. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like the right answer, but I'm not sure why. And he's like, mm-hmm. And, it's just a thing of, for some people it works, for other people it doesn't, but he's like, you humans, you do one little thing and the gods help out, and you start proclaiming yourself gods, and then all of a sudden you don't need us. So he wasn't mad though. He was like, I understand it's scary, they understand it's scary for us to wait and have faith when times are tough and we're facing challenges. They understand. And he just took pity on me, because he said, that's why this manifesting isn't working for you. You can't start from where you are, at least I can't, and think of where you want to be and see the huge gulf between them and just try to get there on your own power. He's like, have faith, baby, have faith. Why the hell do you think that book's coming through for you? Have faith. I don't care who you talk to, who you pray to, but you gotta have faith. He's like, I don't care. He's just been busting my chops to see if I'd fight back. Odin's a hard ass, he is. But, he does have mercy too. He was like, you're you're doing this the wrong way. He let me do it for a while because he was like, nothing teaches like experience, but then he's like, no, I'm not letting you do this anymore. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and it's okay to have faith as a pagan. It's okay to have hope and love and charity and all those other supposedly Christian values. It's fine to have them as a pagan. You should. So I will see you guys later. Bye bye.